Acemaker Airshows, smoke on the runway.
On the street. On my boat.
That's great climb, that beautiful silver jet into the sky. Gets a little bit of altitude under it. He'll be bringing it right back in here in just a minute. The Lockheed T-33 Shooting Star, or known as the T-Bird affectionately, was produced by Lockheed and made its first flight in 1948. As Luke alluded to, this jet does represent the transition into the jet age. The T-33 was developed from the Lockheed P-80 or F-80. It was used by the United States Air Force as well as our United States Navy. Now the XP-80 began with a contract from General Pat Harper to Lockheed in June of 1943. And get this, 123 men, 23 engineers, and 105 shop workers worked 10 hours a day, 6 days a week to build the first XP-80. The head designer was none other than the famous Clarence Kelly Johnson, who you all probably know the name as Skunkworks leader. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, this is Acemaker Airshow. As Greg turns around high and to your left, Lockheed began to work on this aircraft. The top speed was over 500 miles an hour, and the Army Air Force wanted positive very quickly. De Havilland couldn't deliver the number of needed engines, so Lockheed rebuilt the airframe to accommodate their own engines, and the result was the YP-80. Finally, in 1948, a cost-conscious Air Force contracted for 20 TF-80C trainers. The fuselage was extended to accommodate the additional seat, and controls in the design was later changed. And that's the version you see in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Direct your eyes straight up to the nose. Greg turns to the left. You'll notice the cockpit is a tandem configuration with 2 seats. Right with the instructor and the student sit one behind another. This aircraft has tip tanks on the wings. Here, it's great. Continuing from the left. Converting that altitude into energy and speed, ladies and gentlemen. This is oh my goodness. How about that? That's absolutely beautiful. Now, almost 6,000 T-33s were built, including 649 for the Navy and over 1,000 for foreign air forces. Canada Air actually built 656 Mark IIIs over the license. Kawasaki even built over 270. Now, as Greg circles back around, he gives you a view of some of the aerobatic and electric the first Stars 815 area of Northwest Korea. In that case, Lieutenant Brown piloting the Shooting Star of the 16th Fighter Squadron outmaneuvered 2 attacking tanks, spotted the tail of one of them, and poured 50 caliber fire into him until the Navy exploded. It was the first of 827 MiGs to be shot down in Korea and the first jet-to-jet victory ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Acemaker Airshows, the T-33, our first jet training. Now, folks, direct your attention around to the right. Look at that silhouette of the beautiful T-33. It's basically straight wing with wingtips on the tip tank, out on the end of the wing. As Greg dives in, gets down low, accelerates.
Hey, just watch me over here. I'll be spinning some circles, okay? I got a visual on you. I'm going to try to keep 185 in.
Now, Wyatt is the founder and owner of Acemaker Aviation. He lives in California. He's his first flight, and he's been working ever since. He's been flying for over 4 decades at the Army since 1983 and serving in the U.S. Army. After leaving the service, he helped the sky Sanford a number of aircraft in his passion as well. Now it is AirVenture Aviation, T-33 shooting star. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, right for you at Show Center. This Greg continues to give you some wonderful angles and views. Get your cameras out. The sun is perfect. You know the professional photographers are just telling you this is the perfect background. It's only at Oshkosh. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, one of your best opportunities to get a great camera. But Greg doesn't only fly this on Airshows, he's also the Navy test pilot school in NAS Production River, Maryland. He's a multi-time Ironman. He spent his free time on all-around airplane cycles. He puts all of that absolute preparedness that he needs when he flies his beautiful jet. Ladies and gentlemen, watching right here, the air show hero, Greg Colyer.
Going to the North Pole.
This song may sound familiar, but I want you to listen to the lyrics. It's actually singing down to the inspiration of the actual songwriter. It's called Airshows Hero. It's all about Greg. It's all about this airplane. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been great. Concord Battery, Strong Parachutes, Wittman Lighting, and Jim and Airtronics for their continued support of AirVenture Aviation.
Airtron, of course, is part of our pilot training and the private pilot courses. It's all about flaring, doing what we can.
There's only like 2 more hours.
Airframe, and pretty much as a ski thrust, right? Getting that drag in the air, using the ground effect and working the airplane down. When you see a lot of aircraft that bring a lot of speed with them, think the F-16 Falcon or perhaps the F-15 Eagle, you'll notice that they'll keep the nose gear up for as long as possible. It's called aerobatic braking. The T-33 does a little bit of that, but what makes this airplane actually kind of special, and is indeed approved at the POH, is that when you get to a particular canopy to open, he's got the nose wheel down, and you should see that canopy come up. You may not